Well, there we go. This is something I'm quite excited about and I've been looking forward to for a while. The holy grail of motorcycle track days is what lap time are you doing. It's kind of where the Billy bullshit stops and the true, am I doing well or am I not doing well? Now, a quick caveat to that is a lap time is one thing, but you can actually do quite a good lap time and get quite a lot wrong because you're doing like peaks and troughs. It means you can be going fast in one section, slow in another section, which averages out with whatever time that you're doing. So even a good lap time can sometimes mask problems. So one of the best ways to do it is data. Now, data to me is definitely there's nowhere to hide from it. It's the actual what is happening at any one point in the time. But just with a simple lap timer, that's quite difficult to work out. So I've gone with the BMW this time. This is what's in the box. BMW's performance upgrade GPS lap timer, which is developed in partnership with 2D. So I've got the pack with all the various bits and bobbins, leads, etc. They are plug and play from what I understand, literally just plug them in and link them all together. So I'm going over to Bowker's at Preston on Friday to get that done. Today I'm fitting it and I'm all excited, all giddy.
Are you sure your monkey hands are capable of fitting such delicate equipment?
Well, I am sweating a little bit because I have to drill a small hole in the carbon fibre seat unit at the back.
How much did you pay for your carbon fibre seat unit?
A lot of money, so I don't want to bugger it up.
And you're going to drill a hole in it?
Yes, it's shocking, I know, but unfortunately, with it being carbon fibre, the GPS units don't like to be underneath carbon fibre. They need to be on top of it because the carbon fibre, I don't know the how technically, but it interferes with the signals. So you can't just shove it under your seat like you can with plastic ones. You have to have them on top of carbon fibre. It's something to do with interference, but I really don't know enough about it. I was slightly devastated this morning when I found out that, because I knew that at that point I would have to drill a hole, or you have a long wire dangling about, and that doesn't look very pleasant anyway. So a small hole neatly put in the right place should look quite dapper.
And you're capable of doing this, are you?
I'm hoping to be capable of this, yes.
Okay, we'll see the end result.
So yes, I'll take some pictures, maybe even do some footage of the how to fit it and while I'm doing it, and get back to you. Okay, that's the data recorder system more or less fitted now. The actual data recorder itself, the 2D data recorder, is using self-adhesive Velcro attachment on the side there. The input is through the wiring harness itself here. The data itself, you retrieve that by pulling out this little lead here, and then you've got a little USB chip which you then plug into your computer, and the data logger itself plugs in, or I should say the receiver plugs into this lead here through the hole in your seat hump. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, the transponder unit, the GPS transponder unit, which sits up on top of the seat unit, and the wire goes through a little hole made in the seat hump there and makes its way down ultimately and plugs into the brain, as it were, the 2D data recorder unit there. And then essentially you just put the seat back in place, and of course try to do quite a good job of coiling the wire around as best you can so it doesn't get trapped or nipped, and hey presto. So when I want to retrieve the information from the chip, simply undo the seat, pop out the lead, and then pop out the chip. Plug it into your computer, download, empty the chip out, and then plug it back in, and off you go again.
So what, you're having to take off, Mike?
the rear seat unit has to come off to get at the data socket apparently. Right, there you have it.
So what are the different components here?
Well, that's the data logger, and that's the big plug.
That's the LED socket.
Yeah. And then there's a lead comes out, which you download it all there. But obviously, when the seat hump's on, you can't access this easily. So that's why I've put that there.
Is that you upstairs for thinking?
Well, I put it all together then thought, bollocks, how do I get it out? I normally have a brake light on the dashboard here.
Yeah.
Well, I do videos, you see, so when people say, when do you brake? Well, that's the brake light comes on. But I can't remember which one of the two wires, because there's 3 blocks connected here. One for your, I think, right indicator, one for left, and then the other one goes, I assume, for the tail lights. But there's 3 wires in it, and I don't know which of the three wires I need. Now, there must be a wiring colour-coded diagram somewhere. Yeah.
So which was the hardest bit to fit?
None of it, really. The hardest thing, really, is trying to figure out logically where... You're better off with wire harness, just trying to let them sit where they want to sit, as opposed to trying to force them where they don't want to go, because they spend their life back to where you originally set it off from. So it's just finding out where, because the leads are only quite short from the data recorder unit to the plugs. They don't like being twisted or rotated, so you've got to find somewhere where they sit naturally. Plus, the plug which goes up to the sender unit or receiver or whatever you want to call it is at the top there. So I wanted it at the top so it was easy to get at.
And how difficult was it drilling your carbon fibre? Painful?
Agonising. Spent several minutes kind of weighing the job up, thinking, is it, and then I thought, I'll just do it. When you get the rear seat unit from Hillenberger, you have to buy it separately, but it is a separate component, and it's effectively where all the other bits and bobs which normally sit under here would sit on, because of course it's the same as a road bike, the rear seat unit, but you have to have this tray, because on the original BM it's a similar thing, but it's plastic and it's not carbon.